Welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of the Spivey Special Podcast. Chat is blowing up. We've got the Animal 916 in the chat already. What a great night.
I love that you bought his shirt and you only wore it 1 week and you're like, yeah, I'm over it.
I wear it in heart all the time. I only have so many clothes. I'm not doing laundry. Are you kidding me? Maybe in like
Yeah,
3 to 4 business weeks, I'll wear it again.
well, the hard part is you only fit a couple things in each wash. So, I mean, you have to be very particular with what you're throwing in there. Otherwise, it's full.
Each shirt's like a sleeping bag, man. It's its own load.
I'm not drying that comforter.
All right, Troy. Let's get loose here. Let's talk about the
Oh,
week.
yeah.
What do we got going on? You
Okay.
look extra loose right now. We did your
Yeah, I'm
birthday
feeling
this
good.
last weekend.
Yeah, the big 33. Thanks again for everybody joining us on the show live and listening to the episode throughout the week. Great time. The day after my birthday, got to golf with Pops. Actually played pretty well again, second straight round in the 80s, so I'm pretty happy with the way I played.
Are
But
you,
when you tee off at 6:35 in the morning, you don't really like wake up till the back nine.
no,
So I
there's
played a
no
lot better
beer
on the
girl at
back.
6:30 to give you a beer to get you going either.
There is, but you don't want to buy it from her. Like a rollover. She's been there all night.
Yeah, you go on some sort
She
of
shouldn't be
list,
driving.
right?
Yeah, she shouldn't be driving. But yeah, we did steaks at the parents' house also. We went out to Slice / Old Town Pizza out there in Lincoln. Got my first stamp. If you guys haven't seen it, we've posted it a little bit on our social, but Zach and I and my dad, actually, we all have these passports and you take them around to the different breweries in the area. There's actually 85 of them in there. And I got my first stamp. So I'm in the lead right now between all the gentlemen
I will be
at
getting my
one.
first one this weekend. Tell me about Slice. We're going this weekend. I need to hear all about it before we go.
Great beers. They have some fruity ones that Sarah really liked. This berry, I think it was called Berry Boo Boo or something like that. Delicious. I had a High Vibe, I think it was called. It was kind of a lighter one. I think it was still considered a hazy. I mean, it looked like orange juice. It was thick, but it tasted a lot better than it looked. Let's just put
Was
it
there
that way. And
pulp
there's
in
a
your
lot.
beer?
It seemed like it. I asked for no pulp, but they put it in anyways. So the pizza was cool next door, Old Town Pizza. You walk into their little takeout area and you go, "Hey, I'm sitting next door at the bar. Here's my order. Here's my name." You order it and then they walk it over from the pizza place. It's like you're paying for delivery, but you're literally next door drinking beers, which is pretty cool. They got picnic tables and umbrellas out front, but we sat in this little, it was still kind of in the brewery. I'm not going to say it was a brewery, really. There's like 4 tables in it, but it was cool. We sat inside. We were able to watch the one game the Dodgers actually did beat the Giants. So it was kind of cool to just sit there, have some beers with some friends and kind of hang out.
Nice. That's exciting. We went to that night. We went to the races up in Auburn, of flat track dirt bike racing. That was a blast, man. We thought we were gonna
Yeah.
go to Old Town Pizza too, but we ended up just eating at the track, which was like it was like a little league snack bar on steroids. It was like nachos and corn dogs, and there was like this table with popcorn and candy, and stuff was like a quarter for the candy. It was like a little league snack bar, just with like 20 beers on tap or something crazy like that. It was a good time.
Yeah, I mean those are I wondered why it was on Saturday night though, because isn't it called Fast Fridays?
That's the name of the track. That's when they do most of the races. This
Okay,
was
yeah,
some
because you
sort
go
of like kids
special.
qualifying like state championship type dirt bike thing. I don't know. They had all kinds of ages. I wasn't really that into
Yeah,
what was
you don't.
going on with the races until they brought out the little kids. They had the kids on the little 50 mini bikes, the 50cc mini bikes, just putting around. And this kid couldn't have been more than like 5 or 6. He was like in the middle of the pack and like cutting people off in the corners, and it was pretty awesome.
That sounds pretty exciting, actually. So you don't want to go anywhere near that track this weekend. They got their big old Auburn County Fair this weekend. So starting tomorrow through Sunday, you don't want to be anywhere near that bad boy. And I'm actually delivering up there this week, so it's always fun to try to sneak. People don't know where to park, and they're walking where they shouldn't be. And the
Yeah.
school they take the classes for field trips over the fair, and there's like pigs everywhere, and it's wild.
Yeah, so Heather called it out. I got garlic fries when I was there. Heather wasn't there. I'm gonna get garlic fries. I smelled like garlic for like 3 days. It was awesome. Loved it. Loved every second of it.
That's a new smell for you. It's usually like bacon,
Yeah, bacon or beer or
lard.
lard, garlic. I don't know. It's hard to say. Oh no, garlic. That was the one from the fries. Yeah. All right. Another big moment happened this week. We finally got some closure from Steve Burns, Steve from Blue's Clues. I've sent you the clip yesterday. Did you watch it? I've watched it like
Yeah.
12 times now. Every time I need to get some sort of motivation.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting to me that it took off as much as it did. I know he kind of just fell off the, face of the earth a little bit there, and we weren't quite sure what happened. Some rumors here, rumors there, but for him to come back and just tell me that I've been good these last few years or whatever, I can't remember exactly what the wording was, is it kind of just hit home.
Yeah. It hit me like a ton of bricks, man. I was getting all emotional from it. He said I was looking good at the end of it. He explained why he was leaving. I was not ready for it, and I watched it like 10 times. Yeah, like
Yeah, I think
Tyler
it was
said,
one of
it's the most wholesome thing that exists, and I think we
I,
all needed that.
it was one of the most shared and viewed things I've seen in a very long time.
It was like
And it
Tiger
was
King, but
just
it was like good for the soul.
I think that Steve from Blue's Clues should have to take over as Tiger King.
Ooh, that would be good. I'd watch that.
There's a show for you. Mix and mango, but we can talk about that a little bit later on Grab Bag. Spoiler.
I think we need Tom from MySpace to do a similar video, and then we could just have closure from that chapter of my life, and we'll just be done with it. Then we can move on. We can be grown ups, and then we'll be good.
I wonder what Tom is doing. That guy and I were friends for years.
He's driving his Ferrari around, just being
Did he
anonymous.
sell it?
Huh? Yeah, I think
Did
so.
he sell MySpace?
Yeah, like almost at the peak. He did really good for himself.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it sold like
MySpace.
3 or 4 times. I love MySpace.
It's where my, musical career took off. I still get likes to this day.
Yeah, if you're not aware of that, you need to go to MySpace. It still exists. You need to go find the one the ladies like and watch Troy.
Ladies with a Z.
Ladies with a Z. Go find it. Yeah, I think MySpace originally sold to like Verizon or AT&T or somebody like that, and then like 3 times later, Timberlake and his rich friends bought it, and then nothing really happened with it. But yes,
It just ruins everything.
get on MySpace, find the one the ladies like, listen to some songs about Visa Java, and it's totally worth it.
Walt Disney.
It's worth
All the good ones are on there. The Specimen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good one if you guys want. There's a good one about Halloween. That's coming up, so you might want to listen to that. Get in the mood a little
There's a
bit.
new one coming.
No, there's already on there about the Halloween.
I don't remember the Halloween one. I'm gonna have to go in there and listen to it right now.
Now we're talking.
Now what are we doing? Why are we even doing a podcast? I could be watching
I know.
the one the ladies likes videos online. This is ridiculous.
That's peak Troy 14 years ago.
All right, Troy. I think we're good and warm. Let's take a sidetrack here. Let's sneak in. This is gonna be a big football episode, so buckle up for that. If you don't like football, then
It's going to be a bumpy one.
it's gonna be a bumpy ride. We are gonna move into baseball. So let's move into. Let's get our graphic
baseball.
going.
Okay, you graphic
That
it.
was a bunt.
That was a bunt.
Yeah.
We got to talk about it. I kind of
Dodgers,
pimped it a little bit.
Dodgers Giants series. That was a bunt, man.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Bueller would pitch a lot better in the third game. He did not. He was going hunting. All he was finding was barrel. Giants just find ways to win. First team to 90 wins. I think they got the win earlier today, 90-50 or something stupid like that, which is crazy. Giants are now 2 games back. I mean, I'm just devastated. Zach, how do you feel?
I haven't bought into this Giants team all year, mostly because I hate them.
No one
I
has.
feel like they're playing a lot better than they actually are, but they're really well coached. They scrap. They win close games. They have some crazy veteran leadership. Buster Posey shouldn't be this good. He's like 1 million years old. Brandon Belt shouldn't be this
He's like
good.
30.
There's probably some sort of Balco scenario going on in the background. That's how I justify it in my head. But they're
I,
just good,
I
man.
think
They scrap.
I
They're a good
think
baseball team. They're here for the
him
everyday.
and Salvi Perez, they are definitely on. You know what I mean? They are not taking any cycles off right now, as if you want my opinion. You can't at that age catch and hit that many dingers,
Yeah, they need a
especially Salvi.
he need they yeah. Posey needs some time off before the playoffs start, but he's gonna have to catch every game. They're gonna need him.
Yeah, I think they benched him in the one game that they lost to you because that's the way they've been doing it. They're trying to make sure he's healthy. I mean, all that matters is you're healthy at the end of the season. I mean, you get in. I mean, obviously winning the division's huge, but I mean, even if you win the division, you're probably still going to end up playing the Dodgers,
Yeah, you will. Or
which is
well,
stupid.
I guess you could play the Padres or the Reds. The Dodgers could easily blow that one game playoff. They have to win the division. I'm
But I mean,
extra scared of that game.
most likely,
Most likely we'll have Dodgers Giants. It'll be an epic series, and I'm looking forward to it. I think the Dodgers are just kind of like waiting. They feel like the LeBron Cavs, just kind of like waiting for the playoffs to start, and they're just kind of riding it out. Oh, we'll get healthy towards the end, but
well, how many times are they going to bump Bauer back?
it's now
8 times already?
yeah, yeah. It's not
It's
happening.
crazy.
That's why they traded for Scherzer. They know Bauer's not coming back.
And I'm going to agree with Tyler here on the text line here. Gabe Kapler is very attractive.
That dude is ripped, man. He's in the gym.
Yeah.
He's out lifting these dudes.
Way more attractive than Chris Bryant. And I will say that out loud, and everyone will probably agree with it. Brandon Belt looks like a giraffe. Sidebar. Is it true that you are a huge Cubs fan?
I am the biggest Cubs fan for the next 3 games.
Well, if you're their fan, you're the biggest, no matter what team you're going for. But yeah, so starting Friday, Zach
Are they the
is gonna
hottest
be,
team in baseball right now, Trey?
I would say so without a doubt. They've won 8 of the last 9. You know, they gave one away because they felt bad for the Reds yesterday. But, you know, old Jason Hayward goes walk-off 3-run bomb ski today, and that guy hasn't hit a home run, I think, since 2016. He's not very good. But, yeah, Cubs are hot. 8-1 the last 9. I mean, it's the time you want the Giants to go play them. Are they good? No. Are they have a bunch of guys that should be in AAA? Absolutely. But they're competing. I think they're only 9 games out of the wild card. Got to jump like 14 teams. They're right there.
Yeah, we need the Cubs to get hot, and then the Giants play the Padres like 100 times before the end of the season. So we need Manny Machado and Crew to step it up.
Well, you play, I think, the Padres.
Yeah, I think we do as well.
And then the Padres go to the Giants. Yeah, I think that's what I heard on 680 on the way home from work today.
Yeah, they have 2 or 3 Padres Giants series before the end of the season.
But you're going to get Snell on Sunday. The guy's been dirty lately.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
He was so good last.
We're just waiting for the playoffs. I'm just waiting for the Dodgers to go in the wild card, lose their 1-game playoff against the Reds, and then I can just be done with baseball and we can go full on into football, Trey.
That's how I always am. You know, I only need it every 108 years, so
Yeah,
I'm good for a
my
long while.
I'm good. I got my World Series champion hat. Oh, I think it's the center here. That's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
Now they give those out when you don't play the full season.
Yeah, it still counts the same.
Okay.
They won the most
Just
amount of
making-
playoff series in the history of Major League Baseball to win their championship, so it should count as 2.
But I think they should have to play a cheater every single year though, and see if they can do it.
Well, they did it twice.
Yeah, they couldn't pull
They
it
couldn't
out.
beat the cheaters either time, so.
It's like playing the Patriots.
All right, that's enough baseball.
All right,
I don't like it.
I'm out.
I don't like it. All right, let's move on to my favorite clip, my favorite segment that we do. We're going to celebrate the fat guys of the world with our supersized man of the week. I think we should just rename it Fat Guy of the Week. It's way more fun to say it that way. Trey, did you see our Fat Guy of the Week?
I didn't. I let you take the grounds on this one because of the obvious size disadvantage. So you tell me about your fellow friends.
So the best part of football coming back, although it was just college football this last week, is we got a lot of fat dudes just out there. They're on TV. They're doing stuff. This week we had defensive lineman Haskell the Rascal Garrett from the Ohio State. Scoop, fumble, run for a touchdown, waddle into the end zone. Gotta love it. That is our fat guy of the week. Not a lot going on for fat guys this week. We're going to get a lot
I
of
saw
NFL
this.
games.
I saw this clip. I couldn't tell you what team it was from. I'm pretty sure it was from Florida, but they had a 480-pound linebacker.
Linebacker? What?
Yeah, he wanted. Oh gosh, he was going to play another sport, but he had to be under 400 pounds to do it. But he couldn't do it because he was like already just 13% body fat,
Okay.
and he couldn't go any lower. So this, I can't remember what team it was. I'll have to look it up after, and we'll talk about it maybe next week. But 480 pounds. He was already down 50 pounds once since the season began, but he showed up 480, and I think he was playing at 430 in the linebacker spot.
That is big. I love it. I would
They
like to
said
watch
he's like
that guy.
super flexible and all this.
He's like a
Pretty sure it was
sumo
Florida.
wrestler playing. I love
I'll
that.
send you a picture.
Okay. I need to see this. All right, Troy. Let's get into football. Let's just do it.
All
This
right,
is what we're
let's
doing.
just
This
go
is the
for
week.
it.
This is what we want the podcast to be. It is week one. We already made our division winner predictions. We are now going to move into armchair long snappers, and we are going to pick our week one winners here in a minute after we talk about the newest Baltimore Raven, Le'Veon
Before we
Bell.
talk about, can I throw you a crazy parlay that this guy hit this
Yes.
past weekend? 14 team parlay,
Whoa.
all college football, all under.
Whoa.
He picked 14 different games, bet all the unders. $10. He won $79,900.
Just betting unders, not betting winners, just picking under in week
He
one.
picked 14 games that were going to go under, hit all 14, $10 to win $79,900.
Man, you'd never be able to do that.
No,
You bid
I'd be
over on
over
all of them.
14. Yeah. But I think it sounds crazy like when you look at it, but week one, you know that it's going to be a little bit lower than normal,
college
especially
football,
in
yeah.
college.
Mhm.
Especially in college. I mean, pros the same way. I mean, all these lines, if these teams were playing, let's say week 12 or 13, they'd probably be a little bit higher. But the guy, he went for it. I hope he hedged it because the last game was, I think, the Monday night game. It was whoever Louisville played somebody. Might have been
Okay.
Tuesday night. And this guy, 13 for 13 going to that last game.
That's
Pretty
pretty
crazy.
awesome.
All
All right,
right, go
Troy.
ahead.
What do we think about Le'Veon Bell to the Ravens? He's currently on the
I think
practice
he's.
squad. He'll probably be activated here pretty soon. Is there
I mean,
anything left in the
it's Gus.
tank?
It's Gus's job, and then the backup running back slash, 1B is Lamar Jackson. So I mean, you already
Right.
got two running backs there. So I think he might be able to help. I don't know attitude wise. I know he blew up Andy Reid on his way out the door. So he's like the worst coach he ever played for, or something like that. He kind of going full blown, AB ski. So I don't know how I feel about Bell. He wasn't that great with the Chiefs. He just
He
kind of
wasn't that
was
great for the Jets.
with the Chiefs were giving him all these like big holes, and he was like doing that stutter step thing he used to do with the Steelers. And it's like, why don't you just run?
Yeah, that only works on like a zone blocking scheme, and not everyone does that. So, plus he's not fast when he makes the cut. Like that was what
Not
worked. Is
anymore.
he would do the
No,
side
yeah.
cut, and then he'd be at full speed. But now his full speed is the same as the side cut. So I don't know. We'll see. He's there.
He's got to work his way up, obviously. I mean, the running back position's so crazy with so many injuries. He's going to get a job somewhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, didn't Latavius Murray just get let go too? Did he sign with anybody yet?
No, he probably should have been the one that went to the Ravens. I think he'll probably hold out and wait for someone to get hurt and then take that job.
Stay healthy. I mean, it's a longer season this year.
Yep. 17 games.
Pe- People are going to get desperate, especially towards the end of the season, playoffs.
Right. Yeah, the Saints try to make him take a pay cut. He's like, no, I'm good. He'll get that money somewhere. Someone will get hurt. He's
Hill's
good. He averaged 5 yards a carry last year. There's a spot for him in the NFL.
I wonder if that means they're just gonna just blow Kamara up this year.
No,
Just everything's him.
they like the backup there. So I think
You,
that's
you,
why.
it's so hard to just go one horse these days.
Yeah, you got to have a couple just to keep up. All right, any other stuff before we get into our picks? I'm very excited. We're currently under 24 hours to week 1 of the NFL.
If you call that first game a game,
It's a game, Troy. It is
I
a
don't.
game.
I don't call it a game.
All right, let's get started. Thursday night, Buccaneers, Cowboys. Bucks are favored 8 points from when I checked yesterday.
8.5 is what it was right before I got on. Over unders 52. So the money's moving towards the Bucks. I think that might be because Martin's not going to be playing.
Yep, I think that's what moved the line a little bit. That's going to be tough.
But I mean, still, it's so hard to beat an NFL team by double digits. I mean, that's why the line's at that. We have no double digit lines week 1 because you're not really sure what's going to happen. Almost every year, I think since like 2012, I think it was, the last place team won the division the next year. So you never know what you're going to get. It's like a lot of box of chocolates. But I'm pretty sure on this game who I think is going to win, and I think you're probably going to be in the same boat.
Well,
As much as it hurts you to say.
Who's your pick? You pick the Bucks.
I'm gonna pick the Bucks to win.
Okay.
I think you'd be silly not to.
I'm gonna be not silly. Yeah, I'm also gonna pick the Bucks,
Yeah.
but I think the Cowboys cover. I think they're gonna start slow, but Dak's gonna get warmed up, and I think they're gonna start putting on some points. Maybe
As long as he throws,
maybe some
throw it to
garbage
Cooper,
time
baby.
Blake Bortles numbers, but I think he's gonna get warmed up, and I think he's gonna do pretty well. But I don't know. No Zach Martin. The Bucks have all the starters back. I don't see a way that the Cowboys win it. Their defense isn't super great.
Maybe if it was in Dallas, but maybe it could be like a little hangover. They're gonna get their rings.
Ew,
Do we know tomorrow?
Gross.
Yeah.
No, gross.
Sign on late to that game. I'm not sure if they're gonna get their rings, but I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys
That's why they're
cover
Thursday
in
night.
like a late comeback that doesn't really mean anything, but I think they cut it below 8.5.
I think they'll probably lose by 7. I think it should be a 7-point line. I don't know. Like you said, I think the Bucks might get up big. Cowboys will just hoist it. Brady will get pulled. They'll be up by like 45 and then end up winning by 7. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
Well, I'm just
think
looking
it goes
forward to
over.
it, man.
Think it goes over 52.
Ooh.
I think it's like a 24-14 type game actually.
Yeah. I think so
That
too.
puts it at
I think it's gonna
38.
I think it'll start slow.
Yeah, I think the first possession for both teams would probably be a punt. Maybe.
All right. Let's move on. Jags at Texans. Jags favored 3 points on the road. Are you gonna get crazy here?
I think I am.
Is it that crazy? You're gonna pick the Texans?
I am. I'm going to take the Texans. Old Tyrod. Nobody gives him some credit. You know what I mean? They have like 14 ex-Patriots as receivers. They're at home. All this stuff. They just want to get out and play. Got all this stuff off the field. And you got a rookie on the other side. You know what I mean? Playing quarterback. So I don't know. That's a lot for that. As talented as he is. I'm going to go Texans.
I was looking at that one. I wanted to pick the Texans, but I just can't. I think the Jags are more talented. It's rookie coach, rookie quarterback, but they've played together. I think he's really talented. I don't think the Texans are very good at all. I don't even know what side of the ball they're even decent at. So I think they're going to get worked. It might stay close. I'm going to take the under on that one. I just don't trust Tyrod Taylor. Although whoever the backup is behind Tyrod Taylor historically is going to have a really good season this year.
Oh, without a doubt. Whoever, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you who the backup was.
Could be anybody.
Well, I guess it. So Watson was probably on what?
He's not playing.
List,
He's not even suiting up. I don't think. I think he's like the fourth.
I know, but like, what like list is he on where he's not
on the
playing?
active roster though.
Got it, but he's. Thank you. We do have nice hats. My wife.
All right, let's move on. We got Chargers at the Washington football team. Sidebar, do you have a prediction for what the Redskins are going to be called? Could they go back
The
to
Warrior.
Redskins? Is that on the short list?
I would. I would be something worse, just to just totally piss everybody off. I think they just did it to like sell more jerseys slash to appease the few people that were upset by it.
I think they go back to Redskins. I think that would be hilarious. If there's
If
a
they
bigger
go,
if there's a bigger middle finger than being the Washington football team, it would be going back to the Washington Redskins. I would love it. Be a very Dan Snyder thing to do.
I don't think they know. I think it's gonna be something stupid like the planes or something weird like that.
Yeah, they said they had
The
it down to
monuments.
3 names, but they won't say what they are.
Vito probably knows. Where is he?
Yeah, where is Vito? All right, who's your pick?
Have
Chargers football team.
I'm gonna go football team. I had football team winning the division there. I think their defense is gnarly. I think they're gonna run the ball well. They're not gonna asshole Fitzmagic to do too much. I'm not sold on the Chargers. I really want Eckler to do well because he's on my team on fantasy. So a lot of these games I'm kind of going towards what I want to have happen. But I think Washington football team is better. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. It's going to be probably one of the most boring one on there. But I think they're going to win like 17-14.
Okay. I had the Chargers up until I heard Eckler had hammy issues today in practice, and then I changed my mind. I really like this Chargers team. It is a new offensive coordinator, so they might be a little slow to get started this year, which would be classic Chargers. It should just like win the last 6 when they don't mean anything. But I got Washington football team. I think that defensive line is just amazing.
It's crazy to me, though, that they're dogs at home. A lot of people like the Chargers, even, I mean, like you said, if Eckler plays or not.
Well, it's the Chargers win all their last couple games, and everyone thinks they're going to be really good the next year, and then they're just not. That's what they do.
Well, everyone loves the quarterback, too.
Yeah.
The quarterback.
Well, I don't think they're going to throw as much as they did last year, so we'll see what happens with that.
Just give the ball to Eckler. But I think he plays week one, Eckler. Well, I saw he was trending towards it.
Yeah, I think he'll play, but maybe he'll be on like a pitch count. We'll see.
Pitch count, yeah.
All right, let's move on. We got Titans Cardinals in Tennessee. Titans are favored 3 points at home, basically even. Who do you got?
Titans. I think the Titans are one of the best teams in the AFC. I think the Cards are hyped up a lot. I think they're a decent team, but I don't think they're anywhere near the Titans. I think the Titans adding Julio on the other side of A.J. Brown with Henry, I mean, that's a lot to handle on the offensive side. Their defense is just atrocious, though, which kind of scares me.
Yeah, the Cardinals have like no one playing cornerback, so I think it might be a big game for Julio and company. I'm going to change my pick. I had the Titans. I think I'm going to pick the Cardinals, though. I think Kyler Murray's going to have a good game.
I think that's going to be one of the higher scoring games of the.
I think the identity of the Titans offense is they're not going to figure out what they are for a couple games. We're going to run the ball to Henry, and then when that's not there, we're going to throw it to A.J. Brown, and that's all we need. But Julio's going to demand the ball, and I don't know.
He's always open. Doesn't drop the ball.
Yeah.
It's good. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
You can't just double Brown.
I think that, yeah, I agree with Tyler. I think that's going to be a fun game. That might be our game of the week. I'm going to enjoy watching that game. I want to see what both of these teams can be.
got another game of the week coming up.
Is it Panthers Jets? That's our next game. I think that might be the game of the week.
Yes, you nailed it. That's not even supposed to be the lowest scoring game either. There's one that's worse than that.
That's awesome. All right, who you got? Panthers Jets. We got the Sam Darnold revenge game.
You went Cards, Titans, right?
Oh, yep.
You went Cards.
Oh, I skipped the other one. I got too excited about Panthers Jets. We'll do that, and we'll come back to the one that I jumped over.
No, we didn't jump over one.
Yeah,
on my list, at least.
Oh, we did.
Okay, Panthers Jets. 4.5 is the line I got.
Ooh, it was 5.5 on mine. It's moving.
I think the Panthers will win. I don't think either team's good. but I think they're better of the worst.
Well,
I don't know.
they got McCaffrey back. Sam Darnold, I think, is better than what's his face on the Jets. Zach, what's his face?
Zach, what's his face?
Yeah,
Yeah, love
it's a
Zach,
Jets
what's
quarter.
his face?
He's a Jets quarterback. He's just gonna go away in like 3 weeks. So I don't need to learn his
How
name.
bad? How bad first round picks have they been on quarterbacks?
They've had a hard time.
It shows though. I mean, it's a lot of luck because I mean, a lot of the picks that you make in the first round, everyone's like, "Well, that's a good pick."
The problem with the Jets
I
is you
think.
have to get someone that wants to be a part of that crazy frenzy, where those Jets fans will just turn on you. It's like being on the Eagles.
Well, there's not. I mean, they don't have a lot. The problem with the quarterbacks is they're not putting a lot around them.
Right.
Who are you throwing it to? Who's running the ball?
Yeah. I don't even know who.
That makes it
I
hard.
don't know that I could name
Yeah.
the Jets starting running back right now.
No. Or their number one receiver.
Yeah.
Well, no, I couldn't.
I think it's Corey Davis, but yeah, they're gonna have a hard time.
Yikes. All right, Panthers. You take Panthers too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Panthers too.
Smart.
Sam Darnold's just gonna be too much for those Jets.
He
Yeah.
always has
I don't
been.
want to watch that game at all.
No, that one hopefully never comes on red zone.
Maybe McCaffrey will score, and then we can cut back to not seeing them anymore. All right, the one I
80
skipped
yard
over,
run.
we got Vikings at Bengals.
Oh, I love the Vikings. They are my squad. If you followed this show at all over the last 2.5 seasons, you know I'm a big Vikings guy. So it's not even a question to me. They're 3-point favorites on the road. So it's really like they're a 6-point favorite. I'm going to take the Vikings running away with it.
Yeah, I'm same thing. I think if you're playing DFS or if you're playing DFS this week, you need to take Cousins. He's going to put up 1 billion points against this Bengals defense, which is not very good.
No, I think the Bengals will score too.
I think so. Well,
I don't think the Bengals are bad.
I might take the over in that one at 47.5. I might take the over, which sounds weird because it's the Vikings and the Bengals, but
I think
they might
Vikings
put up some
defense can
points.
be a lot. I think the Vikings defense can be a little bit better than it was last year. I think they're going to probably
We'll see. I'd like to see
win the
what this
Super
Bengals
Bowl. So
offense does. They got some super fast receivers. Mixon's healthy.
Burrow got his
The line's a
Burrow
little bit
got his
better.
boy.
Yeah.
Burrow got his boy. We'll see.
Yeah, I think that'll
Match
be a
made in
fun
heaven.
game. A lot more exciting than Panthers Jets, that's for sure. All right, next game. Is this your game of the week? Falcons Eagles?
No,
We're in
we're
Atlanta.
down.
Atlanta's favorite
That's a
3.5.
boring game. That's a boring game to me. It's moved to 3. I think I'm going to take the Eagles.
Fly Eagles fly. You love saying it.
No, I'm going to change Falcons. They're good at home. I think they'll be just good enough. The Eagles don't even have to win 4 games to win their division, so they'll still have a chance no matter what. So I think the Falcons are going to win. I think the Falcons are going to be one of those weird teams. Like, it's kind of been an anomaly. They've been bad the last couple seasons.
I tried to bet on the Falcons anomaly last year. I listened back to our podcast, and I picked them to win the division because of every once in a while they just come out of nowhere. It didn't work out last year, and I don't think it's going to work out this year either.
I think they're better than the Eagles, though. But I got Hurts as my backup quarterback. I'm hoping just in case Lamar gets hurt. It's my weird league, so I don't know. I think Hurts isn't going to be as good as he was the last 4 games of the season last year.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I picked the Eagles in that one. I just don't trust the Falcons. I think Kyle Pitts is going to be really good, but I don't think it's going to happen right away. And I don't really know what else is on that team, so I'm going to pick the Eagles, even though I don't really know what's going on with the Eagles. They're both kind of like a weird anomaly teams, but I'm going to just take
I
the
don't even
Eagles.
know why they're even allowed to play against each other. It's week 1. We're trying to build audiences.
Yeah.
But I guess it gives both teams a chance of winning, so it was a good move by the NFL.
I hate week 1 of football for picking because I don't know what any of these teams are. You just look like a dummy. I hate playing Survivor Pool. Last year I picked, the Jaguars, they're going to lose to the Colts, right? And then they win 1 game the whole year, and it's week 1 against the Colts, and I'm out of Survivor. So,
Love it.
yeah. All right. Is this the game of the week? Bills, Steelers?
Still haven't got there
In
for
Buffalo.
me. Buffalo's 6.5. I don't know what your line is over there, but I think what is yours?
6.5.
I think the Bills win. I don't know by 6.5. I think it's a 3-point game, maybe. I think the Bills maybe score one late. I think the Steelers' defense is a lot better than a lot of people give them credit for. I think they'll be able to at least slow down Josh Allen and boys, but Diggs is a nasty, nasty man. So we'll see. I like the Bills.
Yeah, I picked the Bills too. I think the Steelers will cover. I think the Steelers' offense is going to be sneaky good this year. I think they're going to throw the ball further than 3 yards down the field every play. And Najee Harris is a monster, but Josh Allen's way too good. I think the Bills might be the best team this year, so Steelers are going to go 0-1.
Tough first.
I don't like
Tough
betting
week one.
against them, but yeah, that's a tough week in Buffalo. That's not where you want to start your season.
Weren't the Steelers like 10-0 to start the season last year? Maybe we can just do the opposite.
11-0.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
How'd they end up? No. Oh, okay.
The 3-yard pass worked for 11 weeks, and they're like, wait a minute, he's not going to throw the ball further than 3 weeks. We'll just not guard anyone past that. And then it worked. So, Emmanuel Sanders' revenge game. I didn't even think about that angle, but I don't even know if Emmanuel Sanders is playing this week. I think I saw he was hurt. But either way, just him being on the other side, that's not good for the Steelers.
He's going to come out crutches out of nowhere and just go 120.
Yeah.
9 catches and a couple tugs.
Mm-hmm. He's going to throw the crutches down and hit somebody with a steel chair and then go back to the sideline.
You have to.
Yeah, that's the most likely scenario, I think.
That's Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Jumping on tables.
All right, Trey, next game is Seahawks at Colts. Seahawks favored 2.5 in Indy.
Move to 3.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going Colts.
All right. Walk me through that pick.
I just think at home, okay, Seahawks usually win anywhere from, about 5 to 8 games at home. That's why their record's usually as good as it is. And they just they lose a lot of games they shouldn't on the road, but that's usually mid-season when they're kind of rolling. I don't know about the Seahawks. Never have. Never will. I think I picked them probably to win the division, but I can't remember. That was a week ago. But I like the Colts. I think the Colts are a Super Bowl team with a good quarterback. I don't think they have one yet, but I don't know. I think the Colts defense is good. I don't know how much time. I don't know how much time Russ is gonna have.
The Colts have like everyone hurt or on COVID, and the whole thing doesn't make any sense. I don't know who's playing quarterback. I don't know who's on their offensive line. I'm just going to take the Seahawks. I kind of know what they are. Hopefully their offense makes more sense than whatever it was down the stretch last year where they were just throwing it deep every play, or like after running the ball every play every week. It just didn't make any sense. They'll figure out who they are.
If this was in Seattle, I would take Seattle by 9.5.
You just don't like them on the road?
I don't trust them on the road. I don't know how many times I'm like, oh, blowout. And then it's like they're playing. I can't even recall how many times I've been like, lock of the week, Seahawks against whoever.
This is more of a, I got burned by the Colts in week 1 last year. And they lost against the Jags, who won 1 game. So screw the Colts in week 1. I'll pick the Seahawks.
Beautiful. Great way to do it.
That's how you do it. You do it out of spite.
Spike pick.
Oh, this has got to be Troy's game of the week. 49ers at Lions. Niners 7.5-point favorites.
Barn burner. Nope, not my game of the week still. I just got to keep people listening, keep people guessing. I mean, I don't even have a game of the week. I'm just going to wait till you get to the end. You got to pick the Niners. You'd be silly not to. I think the Niners are going to be obviously a lot better than they were last year, as long as they stay healthy. I think the Lions. Who even is the Lions quarterback? Could you tell me?
Jared Goff.
Like I said, who? He's not. I can't even read. So
former Super Bowl quarterback
Niners.
Jared Goff. Yeah, I think the Niners. The Niners.
I think the Lions. I think the Lions might cover.
I wrote that in there.
I think the Niners win. I think they might 7-point game.
This is like a weird trap game for the Niners, who think they're really good, and I don't think they know what they are offensively. They have two quarterbacks, which means they have no quarterbacks. And who's their best quarterback?
Yeah,
Their best receiver is Brandon Ayuk. I don't trust it. I know he finished the
deep.
season
They
really
got
good last year, but
they got Debo, good running back. They have like 14 running backs.
yeah. Well, they have a fun
Mosert's pretty
offense.
good.
Kyle Shanahan gets
Kittle's
the
pretty
most out
good.
of them. Yeah, Kittle's really good. I mean, they're going
I
to
think
score
he'd be their
points.
best receiver.
They're obviously the better team, but I just think the Lions are going to play hungry this year.
Well, week 1 at home.
And
You know what I mean?
maybe the Lions come up with some sort of offense where Jared Goff only needs one read because he can't do two, and he's just really good at that one read.
Who knows?
We'll see.
I do not.
All right, game of the week: Chiefs Browns. Chiefs 6-point favorites. Is this the one?
That's my game of the week. Yep. I think that's going to be such a good game.
I'm looking forward to it. Who do you got in this one?
I got the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are the best team in football till someone tells them they're not. I think they were the best team last year, just didn't really show up in the Super Bowl, obviously.
Well, they didn't really have an
I think
offensive line, so that makes it tough.
well, I think that's one thing that they really improved on. They traded to get some new offensive linemen. They drafted an offensive lineman, I believe. I think one of them might not be playing, but still, Patrick Mahomes is a bad, bad man. But Myles Garrett might come get a little something, something.
That Browns defense is sneaky, but in Arrowhead,
I don't.
you got to take
Yeah,
the Chiefs at home.
I don't trust Baker. But 6 is a big number. What did you have? 6?
I had 6, yeah. That's a big number.
Hasn't moved much. That's the highest scoring game of the week, according to Vegas.
54 was the number that I got there. Was that the biggest one?
Yeah, it moved up 54.5.
That's a big number.
That is a big number.
All right, next one. I had a hard time with this one. Patriots Dolphins in New England. Patriots 3-point favorites, which basically means it's even. What do you got?
I think the Patriots are going to be good this year. As much as I hate to say it out loud, I think the Patriots win by double digits.
Wow. Mac Jones' first game doesn't scare you at all?
It doesn't scare Mac Jones. I don't think that guy. He don't care. He looks like us without a shirt. He's just out there slinging it. I think they're going to make sure he doesn't try to. They're going to make sure he doesn't make mistakes. Their defense is good. I don't trust the Dolphins. Do you trust the Dolphins?
I kind of do. I'm picking the
Who's
Dolphins
their
this week.
quarterback? Who's the
Tua.
Dolphins quarterback?
Tua.
Ugh.
This is the year of Tua, Troy. I don't know
You
if
think
that's true or not.
Tua's-
No, I think the Dolphins' defense is really good, and they're playing a rookie quarterback in his first game. I think their running game's good enough to keep him going, and I think Tua's going to be better than last year. So,
Man,
I
you're
got
gonna
the
have to get a
Dolphins.
second. You're gonna need a second job to pay for all these energy drinks. That's just outlandish.
You just watch it. The Dolphins always
I
play
will.
the Pats good.
I won't be watching because, as you know, my wife's birthday lands on week 1 of football every single year. So I jump in around week 3 is my week. Week 3. Week 1's her birthday. Week 2's our anniversary. Week 3, I'm in.
All right, next game. This might be the worst game. Broncos at Giants. Broncos favored 3 points in New York. The line's
That was the
42. Yikes.
41 and a half.
Yikes.
It went down. I'm going to take the Giants at home. I think the Giants are going to be better than people think. I mean, they're probably going to be right in the running for the division, I think, actually, at the end of the year. They're going to be sitting right at 5 wins with a couple of games left. And I think that if they win both of those, they might be able to win the division at 7-10. So I like the Giants in this one. I think they win by a touchdown.
I got the Broncos. Von Miller's back. Saquon's probably going to be on a pitch count. I'm worried about the Giants offense. Danny Dimes likes to turn it over a lot. Teddy Two Gloves does not turn the ball over.
He just has too many gloves, though.
He has just the right amount of gloves to win this game against the Giants. Those receivers are
So
really good.
so everyone's all on this backup running back for the Broncos. But I picked Melvin Gordon. I think he's considered their starter.
Melvin Gordon's going to be good this year. He's not going to let that
Thank you.
job. He's not going
I
to
mean,
let
he's
that
my
job.
fourth.
He's going to have some value,
He's my
even if the
he's
rookie
my
takes
fourth
over.
running back.
Yeah, he's going to get some points. You don't worry about that.
Yeah, so I'm going Giants. That's the game I least want to watch.
That's
I
pretty.
might flip over to Panthers Jets.
That's a rough one. There's not a lot of even fantasy
Jags
football relevance in that
Texans.
game,
Well, Saquon
I guess. All right, next game: Packers at Saints. Packers are favored 4 in
and a half.
Florida or wherever they're playing this game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So it's not really a home game.
Who do you got?
Crazy things going on at home for them. Practice schedule's all messed up, I'm sure. I'm gonna go the Packers. If it was in actually New Orleans, I think I might be on the fence there. But I think the Packers are the better team on a neutral site. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come out slanging. Hopefully, actually just turning around and handing it off to Aaron Jones
Absolutely.
or throwing it to Aaron Jones. I don't care what you do with it.
As
But
long as it's a first
I got
down, right?
I got Aaron Jones on both my teams, your league and in my big money league. So Aaron Jones, do it. Packers by 7.
Yeah, I got the Packers on this one as well. I don't like all of the shenanigans with the schedule and moving around, and they don't know what they're doing. And Jameis is in his first start. I am going to take the over in this one, though. It's 50 points. It's a big number, but I think Jameis Winston's going to throw the ball a lot and often.
Well,
And hopefully
you
to
gotta
my
wonder.
boy Callaway.
You got to wonder what the weather's going to be like. Are we going to get thunderstorms? Is it going to be super hot and humid? We don't know what we're going to get. You know what you're going to get in a dome.
Yeah.
I think that's why the dome games are usually high scoring. But you should get too much bad weather week 1, right?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right. Rams, Bears in LA. Rams favored 7.5. I think this is a pretty easy one.
Yeah. Rams. Double digits. I think they win by 10 at least. Montgomery, I think they're going to just shut him down. They're going to make who's it? Fields?
Andy Dalton.
But Fields will eventually play, right?
Probably like by the third quarter.
But hey, I forgot it was the Red Rocket. I forgot they gave him the job. But I think a whole lot of Allen Robinson, the 6th. A lot of
6th.
Montgomery. But I think you take those two guys out. Rams are just deeper, better. But Stafford, first game with the new team, new offense. Guy's a career loser. Maybe the guy doesn't win.
We'll see how it goes. He's in a really good offense. I think they're going to make it really easy for him. He's really smart. He understands how it works. He's just been around garbage teams his whole career. Not necessarily his fault, other than Calvin Johnson. But when he had Calvin Johnson, he was very good.
Yeah, I could be good at Calvin Johnson.
Just throw it
up,
down there and
baby.
somebody catches it. Yeah, I got the Rams. I think he's going to be too much. Yeah, Robert Woods going to have a big year. Cooper Kupp's going to have a big year. I don't
Cooper Kupp's
necessarily.
got to stay healthy.
I don't trust the running backs in LA, but I don't think it really matters. They're going to run all those weird jet sweeps and all that stuff. So I think they're going to be good. And they got Deshaun Jackson just for no reason, running fly routes
Jax.
just to be
Why
obnoxious, doing flips on
Why
the goal
not?
line, fumbling it for no reason. It's going to be interesting.
Fly, Eagle, fly.
He'll play every
Always.
third game or something weird. All right,
Just when
final
someone
game of the
gets hurt.
week. Ravens at Raiders. The first game with fans in Las Vegas. What do you think, Troy?
It's going to be a bit zoppity is what I think. What line do you have? I think it moved.
I got 5.5.
Yeah, it moved to 4.5. Money's going on Vegas, maybe because Vegas is in Vegas, and that's where a lot of the money gets bet. I think you're going to see that a lot with Raider games, especially early. Money's going to go on them, so the lines are going to move that way. Because like when you're in Vegas, you're going to bet on the game more likely than not and want to root for the home team. So That line might move to 4, but I think the Ravens win. You got to say the Ravens are a better team.
They're definitely the better team. But I am going to pick the Las Vegas Raiders, the Oakland Raiders of Las Vegas, of Anaheim.
Of Los Angeles.
There's something about this first game in the new stadium with all the fans there.
It's going to be hypey.
This weird mo. The Ravens really haven't played that much together because of all the COVID shenanigans, and they got a new running back. I don't know.
Well, they've always had the Gus Bus.
They've had the Gus Bus, but he's the new.
He's just
the
the horse
guy.
now.
I don't know who's actually playing receiver for the Ravens. It could be Des Bryant.
They don't have any.
I know. Yeah.
They don't have any.
They're just going to run it
Let's
every
go.
time.
Let's go. Navy.
I think the Raiders are going to be bad this year, but I think they win this one. They always win some
weird
game
close.
Against AFC North. Usually the Steelers, but I got the Raiders sneaking one out.
I think it'll be close, but I think the Raiders are going to Raider late in the game, and it's going to be one of those things where Lamar just busts one late.
He just gets
hits
loose.
The bonus. Hits the bonus. 200 yards rushing.
Yep.
That'd be so sick.
That'd be pretty cool. All right. Those are all our picks for week 1. I am super excited for football. Definitely watching the game tomorrow night. Maybe we can jump
Thursday
on
and Monday.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes them to get their rings, and even if it is much of a game by the time we get the kids down for bed.
Yeah.
Maybe we get on after the game and discuss it a little bit if it doesn't go too late.
Let's do it. All right. One last segment. We're bringing it back. My favorite segment that we've ever done on the podcast. Honestly. Grab bag. It is back. We're going to do some grab bags. Troy's got 2. I've got 1. If you don't know the premise of grab bag, for the 2 people that are actually currently watching this.
One of them's me. Nailed it.
The premise of grab bag is Troy and I come up with ridiculous questions, usually like a cage match or a either or type scenario. And we basically just try to make each other laugh with the weird questions that we come up with. We want to get the chat involved too. I want some answers from the chat in this as well. Troy, what do you got? Hit me with your first grab bag question.
All right, so you have to be one of the kids show's hosts, but you have to be them in real life. Okay, you can either be Steve, Barney, or the guy from Reading Rainbow.
Oh, LeVar Burton all day.
You'd be him.
That's an easy one.
So you would just be that actor.
I would be current day LeVar Burton?
No, in his prime.
So what's his prime? Like Roots? Or Star Trek? Or Reading Rainbow?
So mid Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, LeVar Burton. I wouldn't even have to think about it. He's done way more stuff. He's probably like weird rich.
Do you think LeVar Burton's weird rich?
I think he's weird rich with like a cool 80s house somewhere. And he just like walks around and he's just like LeVar Burton all the time. Definitely take
Although it would be hard to fact check, I would be Barney because like no one really knows what I look like. So like I'd have a lot of money in a nice car and be like, why is that guy so rich and why is that guy so popular? I'm Barney.
Think Barney's
like,
rich?
No,
you think the guy in the Barney suit is rich?
I think he's got a little mo.
We'll have to look that up. Okay.
I just think because you don't know, like you're not gonna, when you look at me, you're not gonna be like, oh, that's Barney. Like when I look at you, you're like, you're a Reading Rainbow guy, or you're Steve, or you're, you know what I mean? So like, I think
you want to be anonymous, basically.
Yeah, I want to be famous when I want to be famous.
But if you're like at a bar and you're just like, I was the guy in the Barney suit, and they're like, okay, get away from me, weirdo.
I'm not gonna go to a bar, go to a playground. That's where all my friends hang out. I'm not gonna teach people in a bar how to read.
Oh, you're gonna get arrested. You go to a bar and you tell these kids that you're Barney. You're gonna go straight to jail.
That happens. That's what happens when you're Barney.
Do not collect $200. Go directly to jail. All right, Troy, I got a cage match for you.
Why wouldn't you?
They're basically the same person, so this is going to be an interesting question. All right, contender number one, the mayor of Flavortown himself, Guy Fieri, in the red corner. In the blue corner, we have Steve Harwell, the lead singer from Smash Mouth.
That's
Basic,
the same hairdresser.
yes. And in the green corner, we have Violet J from the Insane Clown Posse. They could be the same person, but they're not in this scenario. Troy, who wins this cage match?
I want Emerald Bam. I think he would be good at. I don't know why he was never a comic book star. I think he would be really good in the action scenes. I'm gonna go the guy from Smash Mouth though.
Okay, show
He
your
might
work.
as
Show
well.
your
He
work.
might as well be walking on the stun. He is an all-star, so obviously you already know he's talented. People voted on it, so I think that's smart. I don't know any more of their songs really, but just him being an all-star and being able to walk on the sun, I'm gonna have to go with the Smash Mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Guy Fieri. I'm with Tyler on this one. The mayor of Flavortown, man. How do you not like this guy? He's the best dude in the history of the world. Plus, he's
I've
got.
actually seen. I was at a casino once, and he was pretty sauced up, and he was with this like super fat guy, right?
Was it me?
That was also no, he was also on the Jordan had to tell me this, but he was also on the Food Network, and I didn't know this.
Ooh.
But Fiar guy was pretty sauced up, and the big guy went in like the bathroom and just like he was like almost passed out. They were just getting after it hard. So I don't know like training wise how serious guy's gonna be for this. But I think the Smash Mouth guy, because he's not got a lot of much other stuff to do. Guy Fieri's got all these shows and all this like stuff to do, but Smash Mouth, he's just chilling. And I don't really know much about the Insane Clown Posse to know really what that guy's got going on. Slash age wise, I think it's pretty close in age.
I think they might be the same person. They look very, very similar, and I'm very excited to put up the clip of the three of them together on our page, so that people can get their vote in. But I think Guy Fieri. I think if you give him time to train, that guy goes 110% at literally everything, including his hair.
I don't know. I think he's soft.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Troy,
That's just it's my gut.
your gut tells you
Mm-hmm.
Smash Mouth guy.
Smash Mouth guy would just smash him in the face, just
In the
blend
mouth.
him up. Yeah, that's how I feel when you throw those three names at me.
All right, you got one last one, and then we'll wrap her up.
All right, you have to take one boy band song.
Oh boy, it's always a boy band.
Okay, why wouldn't it be? And you have to remake one of their songs music videos.
Okay.
Which song are you remaking and how are you producing it?
Okay, this one's gonna take me a second. Do you have an answer for this? I feel like you have something prepared.
Obviously.
What do you have?
Well, I'm going to take I Want It That Way.
Okay.
And I'm going to change it to like a Burger King drive-through. And they're just going to be singing in the back of this truck. But it's going to be in the white suits. I'm pretty sure that was the one where it was on the airplane.
Yeah.
So they're going to have the airplane in a truck, and it's going to be in all white, but they're going to be going through a Burger King drive-through, and like the King's going to be there with them, and it's just going to be like a party, and like they're going to jump out of the ball pit. Chicken nugs are flying everywhere. It's going to be on.
Wow. Wow. You put a lot of work into that. I like it.
I just came up with it like 6 seconds ago.
All right, I gotta think of another boy band song. I think it's gonna be Bye Bye Bye.
That's what I was thinking.
And I
That's the
think it's gonna
smartest.
be it's gonna be like a Storage Wars type scenario, but it's gonna be the
So
guys from the
you're-
band there. It's going to
So
be
you're gonna
Lance
use
Bass and Justin Timberlake and Dale and Dave from Storage Wars. They're all going to be there.
so you're using like the different meaning of the word by.
Yep, homonym. Homonym.
I like
I think
that.
that's the right
I
word.
thought it was just I thought it was just gonna be you with the band, and they're all just gonna be standing around your jeans, and it's like gonna be you like giving them away. I like that version of
Okay.
Bye Bye Bye.
All right.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be number one on your what is that game we played, the IGPT or whatever?
Ooh, we should do that next week. We'll play the IMDb game.
I'm terrible at it. You would kill me, but I'm down. I made you play a stupid karaoke game, so there's no real rules on our show.
No, we'll do IMDb game next week. I think we had a lot of fun with that. I'm glad we got to do grab bag tonight.
We got to bring it back. We got to get some questions from the fans. Ooh, ding ding.
All right. I think
My
that's all we
computer
got.
just dinged.
Of course.
I love it.
All right. I think that's all we got. Troy, do you got anything else?
No, I think you just need to talk about our soch.
It is. You need to follow us on social medias at Spivey Special, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow us on Twitch or YouTube, Spivey Special Podcast. Make sure you follow us live. Make sure you're jumping in the chat. Thank you to everyone that joined us tonight, aka our wives and Tyler. Great time, gentlemen.
Love it.
And wives. Our wives aren't gentlemen. That was bad. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You can find a game.
Keep listening though, everybody. We're really seeing some improvement in our listens and our views on all the different platforms. I know 8:30 is not the easiest time on a Wednesday night to join us. I think The Bachelor or Survivor or something like that's probably on. So I understand we're going to take back row.
Niners
But we
driving
appreciate,
dives probably.
yeah, just getting punched in the face by the Smash Mouth guy. But yeah, we really appreciate everyone listening, everyone that follows us on social media. Keep sharing the love. And if you go on our Twitch page, you can go ahead and order yourself a mug, a shirt, a sweatshirt, or a hat. Who wants to be the second one to do it? Who wants to be the second one? We've already had one. We need someone to be the second. We want to sell out our merch store. And if everyone's walking around in our merch, everyone's going to be a lot happier. And that's how we're going to save this world.
2 other quick shout outs. Check out the Animal 916 on Twitch. Even if you don't like Madden, which is what he plays all day. Very, very enjoyable chat. Fun time.
Great loser. Every time he's losing a game, he's so humble.
I think we
And
watched
he's
him
just
for like
working on his craft.
I think we watched him for like 3 hours last night. It kind of just happens. You just jump on there and get
His chat got wild last night. I came on and it was like there's like this random person dancing on his screen. I don't know how they get all the other videos in there and like confetti and
It was interesting.
the Eagles were winning.
Also need to check out the A Gap podcast. They just did their season finale last night.
Ooh.
It was a good one. And I was in the chat making
What?
fun of them all night, so make sure you check that
I
out
thought
as
they
well.
why are they stopping right before football?
Well, the new season starts tomorrow. So,
Oh.
very
Fall.
exciting.
Smart.
Yes. Very
I
good.
like that. We should just, every show should be a new season for us. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, these guys are on their 100th season. These guys must be good. They've been around.
Every time we change the show, will be a new season. So we'll be on like season 88 in about a week.
Yeah. You never know with our show. It's never the same week 1 to week 2. So,
All right. I think that's it for real season this time.
all right. Zach, you're fat.